Simon O'Connor.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question's to the Minister of Housing and ask what initiatives is the government taking to address housing supply in pressured markets like Auckland and Christchurch?
Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr Speaker, we've got initiatives underway that has the government directly building more houses than any government in over 20 years. That includes projects like Hobsonville, the McLennan development in Papakura, Infill 500 in Auckland, and the 700 new builds and Rangers Park development in Christchurch. We also have initiatives involving council and community partnerships. This includes the major Tamaki redevelopment involving intensification and thousands more homes in this part of Auckland, and initiatives with the Social Housing Fund, which will see next year the biggest ever growth in the community social housing sector. We also have important regulatory changes underway in both Auckland and Christchurch that will streamline the planning process and facilitate thousands more homes being built in the private sector.
Supplementary question, Simon O'Connor.
What parallel measures will be required to support the government's aim of an additional 39,000 homes in Auckland and initiatives like Tamaki and Hobsonville?
Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr Speaker, firstly, the government recognises that developing Auckland's infrastructure in parallel along with housing developments is critical. We also recognise that redevelopments like Tamaki are challenging for communities and work best with a strong level of community engagement. That is why the Tamaki redevelopment is a partnership with the Auckland Council, and why last week myself, along with Mayor Len Brown, released for public consultation a draft blueprint for the regeneration of Tamaki, of Glen Innes, of Port England and of Panmure.
The question?
Supplementary question, Simon O'Connor.
Is the government taking any initiative in other housing markets under pressure to support more affordable housing?
Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Yes, we are. Today I've announced a $1 million grant to the Queenstown Lakes Community Housing Trust to build 10 affordable housing units in Arrowtown. I was appalled to read that some residents were using council processes to oppose this housing, saying they did not want low-income people living in that town. We need to steer down this sort of NIMBYism if we're to tackle this issue. The Productivity Commission rightly identified a real problem with our regulatory system that incentivises building homes only for the top quartile, as occurred under the previous government.
Supplementary question, Te Ora Flavel.
Tēnā koe, Mr Speaker. Kia ora tātou. To the Minister, can I ask, has the Minister seen the proposal by the Ikaroa Rāwhiti Maori Party candidate Nārai Hānea that the government should sell surplus state houses in low-demand areas to low-income families to improve Maori home ownership in places like Gisborne, Hastings and Wairoa? If so, is he prepared to consider the idea?
Mr Speaker.
Honourable Dr Nick
Mr
Smith.
Speaker, I appreciate the idea that the Maori Party has put forward and the strong advocacy that the Maori Party has given to home ownership. The Associate Minister of Housing, Tariana Turia, has exciting initiatives underway to expand the role of iwi in social housing provision and better integrating it with the whānau ora services that she is providing. The idea of selling surplus state houses in low-demand areas to low-income earners is an idea that I am prepared to...
Point of order, Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Mr Speaker, with the greatest respect, you must have heard what he said there. And in the Maori world, they would be shocked to hear what he said there. But I'd like him to have the chance to correct what he said. I'm sure he meant not whānau ora, but whānau ora. And perhaps he could pronounce it properly.
And the member is abusing the point of order system to interrupt a legitimate answer by the Minister. And I will not put up with that sort of behaviour from the right honourable member for much longer. Supplementary question, Brendan Horn.
Thank you, sir. To the Minister.
Order. Order. I've called Brendan Horn for a supplementary question.
Thank you, sir. As approximately 3,400 housing resource consents are processed per year in Auckland, and given that town planners there are already working to 100% capacity, what training and recruiting for new town planners in Auckland is the Minister aware of to cater for the additional 39,000 consents promised over the next 3 years?
Mr Speaker.
Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr Speaker, my ministry is working closely with the Auckland Council on ensuring that those targets in the Housing Accord for 39,000 houses are able to be advanced at pace. If the Auckland Council indicates that a shortage of planners is part of their issues, I'd be happy to consider what support government might be able to provide in a similar way in which the government is providing support to the Christchurch City Council to help them address their both resource and building consent challenges.
Order, sir. Is the Minister saying that he is unaware of any town planners being recruited?
Order. The member's now using the point of order system to effectively try and raise another supplementary. Question number 8, Jan Logie.
Thank you, Mr Speaker.